Squirrel.
On the table today, it's the rebooted Ben 10 action figures from Playmates Toys.
Hey Landry, when do you think we're going to get rebooted?
I don't know, but these boots we found aren't helping at all.
It looks like we have 6 new classic figures to reopen today. Let's get right into this.
I bet you're going to do this one first.
Yes, Barry, we probably should start with Ben. Wow, the packaging on these toys is really bright. We start with Ben Tennyson and Gray Matter. They always seem to include gray matter with Ben. On the back of the card, all sorts of things going on. A quick bio of the new Ben 10 on a road trip with his cousin Gwen and his grandpa Max. Ben finds an alien watch, the Omnitrix, which allows him to transform into 10 different aliens. Once transformed, Ben takes on the alien appearance and powers, while always remaining a 10-year-old boy. The result, the ultimate kid superhero. So pretty much what we've seen with Ben 10 all the way back from the beginning. Only now high definition. Each toy backer contains a bio for the character Ben Tennyson. Ben uses the power of the Omnitrix to help others and stop the bad guys, but isn't above a little superpowered mischief now and then. And Gray Matter too. Small in stature, huge in intellect, this slimy alien is stronger than he looks. Gray Matter proves that sometimes brains really do beat brawn. And of course, other figures available. Today we focus on that top row. And again, these toys are now produced by Playmates Toys. Bandai used to do the deal, and I have since sold my older collection. All that's left are a few great photos from the old apartment. Check out Upgrade and Wildvine on the couch. What's with the cat? Wild Mutt was perfuming up the bathroom. I miss my monkey shower curtains. And Ghost Freak, always popping out of the vents, scaring me. Those kids are bunny ears on the TV. They helped with reception. Let's get Ben out now and see how these plastics perform. And there we have Ben outside of the package, looking just like Ben 10 would look like in a reboot. At least his half mullet is gone. Believe it or not, he kind of had a mullet back in the day, and that wasn't that long ago. I was a little worried at first about how this figure was going to stand up with those baggy pants and strange knees. But so far I'm able to get him to stand and look pretty good. As articulation goes, there's several points. I've got stuff in the shoulders, some rotation by the sleeve, rotation by the Omnitrix, and looks like those hands could be able to grip something. Full 360 head rotation maybe. It's a little tight. I'm not going to push that. And then we've got some hinges and other points on those hips. Rotation, knees, and there's even a little bit of rotation on those cool sneakers of his. Gray Matter is just a static figure, but it's a good position for Gray Matter. The last time I saw Gray Matter, I think he just held on to Ben 10 somehow. So that's Ben, probably one of the most boring of the figures though. We want to play with an alien, right? And there we go.
Oh, why'd you have to do it that way?
It's either Forearms or Heatblast that you always have to check out first. Forearms, he's super strong. Forearms can lift the heaviest objects and packs the most powerful punches. He creates shockwaves by clapping all 4 hands together and uses his brutal strength to solve any problems. Problems? Is that supposed to be plural? I would suspect this guy just to punch his way out of the package, but that's just not going to happen if we sit here all day, so let's get to it. And Forearms outside of the package. Gee whiz, Forearms, how many points of articulation do you have?
Like 4,000.
It looks that way. You could probably take on 4 squirrels.
Bring 'em on.
You asked for it.
I got him. Ah!
I can't see with this darn reboot. I can't see. Where am I? Where is he? I'll get him.
Strawberry attack! Ah! Blueberry kick! Whoa!
Wow, I underestimated you, Forearms. You took out 5 squirrels. This Forearms figure from Playmates Toys is pretty darn impressive. The amount of articulation going all over the place on each and every arm, and even a little bit on the legs here too. Maybe the only weak point would be these small legs and such a large upper body, but that's not saying that much. This guy is just incredibly awesome and makes for a very, very fun, playable toy. Oh, and the breakable chain, pretty simple. 2 pieces, snap them together, and then you can have him swing those chains around as well. Very impressive figure. And are you wearing Ben's original shirt? Heatblast with flame blasts. Heatblast, the master of all things Scorchio. Heatblast can generate intense heat and fire and use flaming punches to defeat his enemies. Heatblast's favorite attack is throwing balls of fire from his hands to light up the bad guys. See, that's plural. I would suspect Heatblast to burn himself out of the package, but since he's not doing so, we'll do it for him. Outside of the box, it's Heatblast.
I got him! Ah, hot, hot, hot! My boot's on fire! My boot's on fire!
Yeah, you guys probably want to stay away from Heatblast. A little bit burny. Another great alien figure. The looks, the proportions, the articulation, all on fire. This Heatblast has 2 fire-like accessories. One you can clip onto his hand there and shoot fireballs into the sky. And then we also have another fist fireball to place on this hand. I like the translucent plastic they're using with this figure. You can see through it a little bit and gives it a glowy-like look up in the light. Heatblast is always one of those popular figures to get. XLR8! Accelerate! One of my favorites, the xenomorph-like alien. And funny, almost looks more like the Prometheus alien than the original. XLR8, the fastest alien of them all, accelerating at high speeds of 500 miles per hour. This alien can react in seconds to save the day. His attacks are extremely effective, and his high-speed travel is almost as fast as his thoughts. This was the one alien I kind of wish I saved from my original Ben 10 toys. I should mess with Accelerate and open this package all slow-like. Accelerate speeds out of the package looking ultra zippy. They even built a little sled for him to roll on. Not the fastest of rollers, but if you do it right, he slides and does some pretty cool tricks on it. These little extra cones for fun to do tricks around. I like this guy. Articulation about the same, all sorts of stuff going on. We have shoulders, these little elbows are on pins, even these hands for some reason rotate with the claws even though there's not really much going on. A head on a ball joint. Legs are a little more solid, but there is some on the hips and feet snap onto that sled. Great looking figure, paint's really nice on this guy. Still one of my favorites. Oops. There we go. A little more balance with his hands going backwards. This one's a little crazy fun to play with. Recommended for you speedsters out there. Diamondhead with Crystal Blade. Diamondhead can transform his body into diamond weapons such as swords and shields. He can also fire crystal shards from his hand and resist attacks from his sturdy crystal chest. Guess diamonds really are the hardest substance in the universe. This guy could obviously slice and break his way out of this package, but we'll help him out. Diamondhead outside of the package looking as sharp as ever, with diamond crystal transparent arms, shards jutting out his back, and a diamond-like head. It somewhat feels like this is the first alien kind of a miss. I would have liked to have seen this figure just a little bit larger, and the green tones of his diamond a little lighter. Still a fantastic figure. We have a diamond shard crystal to attach to this arm here. Fits in so smoothly. Articulation going on everywhere too. Waist rotation on this guy. Head rotation. Shoulders are a little stuck with those giant shoulder diamond pads or whatever you want to call them. I think you'll probably have to be a big fan of Diamondhead to pick this one up first, as some of the others have been so much more fun.
Oh man, why do you gotta say that?
Sorry Diamondhead, you're still awesome.
Yes!
Last and certainly not least in size, Cannonbolt. Is this guy really a basic figure? Enormous! The big guy, Cannonbolt, can curl himself up into an unstoppable, nearly invulnerable sphere. Like a life-sized pinball, he can ricochet off surfaces and knock down his enemies at super speeds. He has no trouble getting moving, but sometimes he has trouble stopping. And let's blast him out of the package. Outside of the package busts Cannonbolt, a bulky figure for sure. I can see where they saved a little bit of money on him, though he is quite hollow compared to the others. This would be a giant solid ball of plastic had that been otherwise. But the feet are enclosed. A lot of the Turtles figures had those parts opened. Articulation on the shoulders. A little bit here and there on the elbows. 4 fingers. And a little bit on the hips. Other than that, probably the least articulated figure of today, but quite well alienized. This guy would be good for contact sports. I'd love to see a giant-sized Cannonbolt figure that would roll up into a ball. You can't really do that with this figure. Maybe that's the closest. Really like the vibrant yellow on this guy, and it's not to be missed. He will definitely stand well with the other monsters of this collection. Cannonbolt, not to be confused with Cannonball. And there is your first wave of Ben 10 toys grouped together. Oops, not this guy. Ah, that's better. A pretty good collection of aliens here. And I do think they balance well between the new rebooted Ben 10 and the original. Most of the alien designs have not changed much at all. Ben's facial expression is a little more annoying than his original, but his figure plays well against all the other aliens. And it looks like Playmates Toys did really well with this toy line. See you in a few years when the toy line is rebooted by Mattel.
Look forward to it.
Ben 10 basic figures from Playmates Toys appear on store shelves spring 2017, about $8.99 per figure. These should be perfect for your alien adventures. Just make sure you set your Omnitrix on the right setting and get the right figure that you want. That's what I have to say about that.
Squirrel Tales is an alien not to be messed with. Thanks for watching Squirrel Stampede. Please like, share, subscribe.